Marco here from Victoria, BC. This morning, I was walking around the Oaklands neighborhood, and I've been walking around the Oaklands neighborhood for the last 31 years. These videos are actually filmed in my home office in the Oaklands neighborhood. A bit on that shortly. And as I came up Avebury Avenue, I noticed a cone and a flag drawing my attention to a poster. And this poster reads, "Stop the 6-unit houseplex development at 2723 Avebury Avenue, the adjacent property." I'm going to give you some thoughts on this development. But first of all, a bit behind my 31 years in the Oaklands neighborhood, on a rainy November night in 1994, my family, we landed in Vancouver, took the ferry over to Victoria, and started our life on Rosebery Street, 1 block away from this development. That was our first rental. We rented a 1-bedroom top floor in a character conversion from a wonderful Canadian family. They had actually helped us get to Canada. Without them, we would have never seen Canada. And from that Rosebery location, my parents both got jobs, middle-class jobs. My mom was a housekeeper. My dad worked in construction. For the first couple of years, I attended Georgia Elementary. I was able to walk to Georgia every day by myself until I learned English. And then after those 2 years, my parents transferred me over to Oaklands Elementary, and I was able to walk from Rosebery to Oaklands Elementary. 4 years later, my parents saved some money. They bought a house on Scott Street, once again in the Oaklands neighborhood. I continued going to Oaklands and then Lansdowne. I walked to Lansdowne, and then I graduated from Victoria High School. I walked to Victoria High School. Never once did my parents have to drive me anywhere. Super convenient neighborhood for families, in my opinion. I went off to university once I graduated from Vic High. Once I graduated from university, I came back. I lived with my parents in their house on Scott Street. And keep in mind, their house on Scott Street is very small, 800 square feet upstairs. There's 800 square feet downstairs, but they've been renting the downstairs for the last 30 years. And I got a job at Island Health as a respiratory therapist. And for all my shifts for 4 years, I would walk from Scott Street to the hospital, where I would work in ICU and emerge. And then after my 12-hour shift, I would walk back home. So what I'm trying to get at with this history is it's an amazingly convenient location. You can walk to Hillside Mall. You can get groceries on foot at Thrifty's or Walmart. It's a great location for families. Now to the development. So in this poster, a number of concerns are listed that the neighbors have, and I saw a number of people have signed this petition. So let me go through some of these concerns and give you some of my thoughts. The first one is it's too big for our community. There was a new OCP passed only 2 months ago with new bylaws, and this was passed by a democratically elected city council. The development being proposed here is 25% smaller than the max buildable area of these new bylaws passed only 2 months ago. And then too big. I see this often. It's very subjective. What's too big? The home in which this poster is was lifted in 2010. So an entire floor was added onto this home. So this wasn't too big. This didn't change the character of the neighborhood. However, this development next door is going to change the character of the neighborhood. Too big, in my opinion, is vague. The city council came up with new bylaws. This builder is building 25% less square footage than allowed under the new bylaws. Second, parking and traffic says 6 parking stalls won't prevent overflow parking, traffic, and speeding concerns. So 6 townhomes, 6 parking spots. There have been missing middle projects now built in Victoria without any parking at all. I think on this particular project, if the builder had included 2 parking spots with each unit, people would still be complaining. Go back to my personal experience living in the Oaklands neighborhood. It's very, very walkable. Every unit has one off-street parking spot, has their own dedicated bicycle storage locker. I think it's totally reasonable. Also, whenever I walk by on Avebury, there's not a lot of cars parked on the street. So is this going to cause parking chaos? I don't think so, in my opinion, but the neighbors sure feel like it's going to cause chaos. Next one, this is one we see every single time. These units will not be affordable units. These units are probably going to be around $1 million. Are they going to be affordable to the average income family in Victoria? No. The last brand new single family home that sold in the Oaklands area was more than $2 million. So I'm not a mathematician, but these units are going to be half the price of a brand new single family home in the Oaklands area. And guess what? They're nice units. They're over 1,500 square feet, main floor living. They have 3 bedrooms. The bedroom floor has a main bathroom, an ensuite. These are perfect for young professional families who might be providing care at the Jubilee Hospital, in Emerge, in ICU. Their kids can walk to Oaklands. Their kids can walk to Lansdowne. Their kids can walk to Vic High. So personally, I am in support of this housing development. I know people don't like change. I'm here on Scott Street. There was a strata 5-plex built 9 years ago, close to where I'm filming this video. I can actually see it out of the office window. I can see this a strata 5-plex. It hasn't bothered me once. I've seen the occasional parent walk their young child to Oaklands Elementary, but it hasn't changed the character of the neighborhood dramatically whatsoever. And in my opinion, just like we were given an opportunity as immigrants to rent a unit in a character conversion, I think we have to give other families an opportunity to live in such a neighborhood. Is it affordable? No, it's not. But there's going to be 6 families living here versus 1 family, and I think that's a big plus. In my opinion, I'm going to be sending this video to the city councilors, as I think we should be embracing missing middle, especially family-orientated units like this that are over 1,500 square feet. That's it for this week. Marco Juras.